Wait, how would she know about the code? I don't. That one doesn't. I don't. What? Uh. Okay, well that's the end of the episode. But how would she know about the code? How would she know about the code? I don't know. That one doesn't make sense to me. Like, the the only person who knew about Harry's code was Dexter. He's the only one that Harry ever taught it to. So how would Evelyn know about the code? And I don't know. He doesn't fit Harry's code. She knows about Harry and the code. That and those drawings were creepy. Like one of them was like a normal family kind of drawing, and then on that same page, like a kid standing off to the side, all darkened and shit. And then there were other ones like the kid holding two severed heads and a hovering knife, and another one that was just covered in drawn up blood and crap. Um. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that one might mean. I don't know. No, but then how she? I had a feeling. I had a feeling from the very beginning. She had to have been there for more than just thing. I mean, initially I thought, oh, so she moved here she moved back a year ago. Like Matthew said that she contacted him, so they said that she moved back into Miami a year ago. So that gives her plenty of time to have done the intricate planning and thinking about the murder that she said that this murder took, the one with the dude whose brain was scooped out and stuff. That gives her plenty of time to learn. So I thought, oh, it can't be a coincidence she moved here a year before this murder even happened. Like, she could have been, spending all that time thinking about who to kill and how to kill them, and then stuff like that. Like, she could just be another serial killer. And she works in that same field too. She's a neuroscientist. She studies psychopaths and how their brains work. So she's she's one of the people who understands them better than anyone. She could be a psychopath herself, and then her constant kind of maintained eye contact with Dexter. Like this actress, she knows how to use her eyes. She knows how to use her eyes. But yeah, but yeah, and then there was the conversation in the morgue, like that, like them, like her, like talking about why like the thing. I mean, it was in her presentation in her speech too, but she talked about why about psychopaths and how Dokes couldn't have been one because if he really was a short fuse and quick to get angry, then psychopaths can get angry, but it's just like their main thing is that they lack empathy and they lack those kind of basic kind of relatable social emotions, like relatable human emotions, and so this killer, whoever the hell this killer is creepy as hell, like shooting people, and then I think yeah, the brain stuff is done post mortem, so he kills them first. So they kill them first, and then cut open the back of the skull, take out the brain, or a chunk of the brain, and then actually scoop out the part of the empathy processing center place. And then they put the thing back in and they plant the body somewhere. So don't know if this means that whoever it is keeping like a jar of these or like a Tupperware bowl of like human processing brain pieces or whatever you call them. Um, yeah, she knows her stuff, and then yeah, of course that ending is the cherry on top. Like she knows he's the Bayhubba butcher. Like that entire conversation in the morgue, the way she is, indicates that she knows about the Bayhubba butcher, and she knows that Dexter is the one who does it. That's why she was eyeing, she was really eyeballing Dexter in the presentation room to begin with. She knows that that there's more to him than meets the eye, and we as an audience start to suspect that there's more to her than meets the eye. So yeah, okay. So then, yeah, that final line. So her saying you can't kill me because I don't meet Harry's code. So what exactly is her purpose here then? Is it to test him? Is it to test him by being a good person? Like, and then because he was willing to kill LaGuerta because she was onto him. So it wouldn't be the first time he's even considered killing someone outside the code. But then she doesn't. So that would mean then that she doesn't know about LaGuerta. She doesn't know that Dexter killed LaGuerta because then she would know better than to say you can't kill me because I don't meet the code because Dexter was considering that initially. But yeah, who she is, I don't know. That definitely intrigues me. That intrigues me. I wonder who she is. I mean, she could still be a psychopath. Well, no. No, I mean, no, she can't, because she's not the killer. Only the killers are the ones who meet the code. So she specified that she doesn't meet Harry's code, so she must be someone. She must be like a genuine asset. Then she must be someone willing to help them actually find out who is responsible for all of this. So yeah, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see who she is. But yeah, Dr. Evelyn Vogel, the psychopath whisperer, as Vince dubbed her as, the psychopath whisperer. We had we had Debbie. Debbie was on her own little dark path. I didn't assume, I would never have thought she was actually on her own case, to begin with, but she was, and she was, just sniffing it up with Andrew Briggs, the jewelry store robbing drug dealer, or the drug addict, that he was on a hit list and stuff. So she moved into the private sector. She moved into Elway Investigations, which was the private sector of investigations, like private for like PPIs and stuff. And she was also very, very, non-punctual too. She had like a punctuality there too. She didn't really show up on time. She never really showed up at all sometimes. And even with her cases, she never took high-profile people. She only took like low, like boots to the ground type people. So yeah, but she's in a dark place. She understandably cannot let go of LaGuerta's murder. She cannot let go of that, understandably. But she also cannot. She also can't. She also can't, like, forgive Dexter for what happened. She's in in a cycle of constantly blaming Dexter. She even says she wakes up and thinks about every bad thing she's ever done because of him, and she wishes she could take it all back. And to the point where she believes now that she feels now that she shot the wrong person in the trailer in that cargo container. So yeah, and Maria, I think she got a nice little memorial. She got a bench in her name, which is a nice tribute. I mean, Batista felt that it wasn't enough for what she did, for who she was, and she should deserve more. I think they didn't show it, but surely because of because of her work, she like it's like they likely should have like a wall, like a memorial wall or a memorial like table or something for officers fallen in duty, for like captains and lieutenants and officers fallen in the field or in the line of duty. Like they should have something like that. So I think they should like have her picture up there or something. Like, I mean, they didn't show that, so I don't know if that's like if it's because that's a default thing anyway, so it'd be a waste of time, or if that's because they don't show. I mean, that's the very least. The park bench is like the park bench feels like a step further, but the very least, especially for her colleagues to remember her by, it seems like having her wall up on like some kind of memorial wall and actually paying respect to her that way, like the fallen heroes or something. But yeah, Batista can't really deal with her death, and he's having trouble. And in the meantime, his sister is banging one of his employees, one of his colleagues. So Jamie and Joey, I mean, I wouldn't say I didn't see it coming, because they did kind of get pretty talkative in the season finale last time. So I didn't know we'd be I mean, it's been 6 months, so in that 6 months they've probably done plenty more talking and getting to know each other, and now they've jumped straight back into bed. So yeah, they're together. Can't really do it at Jamie's place though, because then his lieutenant boss shows up and it becomes harder to actually hide this stuff. So yeah, that's that. This Elway is the I guess like the CEO, or like the header of this private investigations kind of branch or unit or whatever. He's the one who runs this whole thing, and then he has other cops who have moved into the private sector, like Deb, to head up on more privately, likely more higher paid. I mean, depending on the case, because he did say like the higher profile ones offer give you more money, and even though she hunts the lower profile ones, the down and dirty ones, as he said, she gets a percentage of of like what she gets when she brings the guys back. But if she brings back the jewelry too, what they actually stole, then she gets a cut of that too. So I don't know how that kind of salary would work. Surely that's evidence. Like, what they stole is evidence, and it's proof that they actually committed the crime to begin with. So then giving whoever captures them a cut. Like, it sounds more like bounty hunting to me. Like, giving them a cut of the jewelry that the criminals originally stole. Just, I don't know, it just feels like that should be going into evidence. But, I mean, it's the private sector, so things likely work very differently there. So, yeah, I don't know, I mean, maybe they get a cut of it, but then the rest of it obviously goes into evidence or something, I don't know. But, yeah, you get different criminals for different kind of levels and whatnot, like high-profile ones and low-profile ones. And then you do the job and get things done, so, yeah, but yeah, as a season premiere, I think it started off well. It started off on like a good enough tone, like showing how Dexter himself has moved on. He's living his life. He's living life. He's coaching his football team. He's getting laid, and he's doing his job and got the bowling team back together. We haven't seen the bowling team since at least season 4. Yeah, legitimately, the last time I remember seeing the bowling team was with Trinity. Like, well, we didn't even see them. It was just a picture. That was just a picture. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I actually saw the bowling team in action. So apparently he's gotten them back together again. But in those 6 months, he's done a mixture of worrying about Deb and also living his own life. So we saw in this one, the more he worries about Deb, the more he stresses himself out, and the more he kind of takes that anger out on others, like the guy the father who cut ahead of him in traffic, and then he just started strangling him. I thought he actually, he pulled him forward. I thought he actually broke his neck or something. But no, he saw that, the guy had a son who was terrified of this right now. And then he stopped, and then finally the final fuse was broken when he went up against Andrew Briggs. He just, threw him through the door, threw him through the door, and then used his own knife against him. So he had a lot of anger. He had a lot of pent up anger. So yes, but El Sapo was there. So we saw him at the end when Deb was getting ready to leave, and she was talking to the police. So I don't know what that means. Because I think because we didn't see any sign of him. I thought, I had a gut feeling that we'd see when Harrison went missing from the car and Dexter went looking for him. I had a gut feeling that we'd see El Sapo holding him hostage or something. I thought that's what we'd see, but no, there was no sign we saw that he was actually there at all. Like we didn't see El Sapo watching Dexter running after Harrison or something. Like he was just sat in his car. So I don't know like how long he would have been there. But the fact that he's watching Debra go away, I think that's a sign. That in itself is a sign that he was there for a good enough amount of time to see Dexter arguing with Debra, and then he heard that conversation too, maybe being like, oh, El Sapo isn't a fence, he's a hitman, he's here to kill him, and if you get in the way, he'll kill you too. So he knows, oh, this guy knows who I am deep down too. So he knows that, and then he saw Dexter killing Andrew, and then him leaving, and then he saw the cops coming, and then Debra leaving, so he knows. But he never saw Debra though. No, he saw. If he was there the entire time, he would have seen Debra arguing with Dexter. He would have seen that, and then then he would have seen Andrew trying to stop Dexter from taking away Debra, so then protecting her, and then he would have put 2 and 2 together. So yeah, El Sapo's gonna make a comeback. And he's gonna go after Deb now. He's gonna go after Deb this time because she has the info. So it's gonna be fun. But yeah, as a season premiere, I think this works fairly well. Showing that this is not going to be a light season. This is not going to be an easy or light season. It's going to be heavy. It's the final one. They're going to go all out with the. It feels like they're going to go all out with the twists and the turns and the drama and the kind of just everything that goes on in this show. So it feels like they're not really going to hold much back, which I don't want them to. If this is the final season, so I want to see stuff going out with a bang, and see what kind of ending they whip up for us. But yeah, it's not such an easy, smooth sailing relationship for Debra and Dexter anymore. So I don't know how things are going to continue with them. We didn't see any mention of Hannah either. Hannah, like we saw her flower wilting away, so that's like her flower is dead now. But we never heard any mention of Hannah. No signs of Hannah where she is. She escaped from the hospital last episode, but after that, nothing much. So I guess we'll see. But this was a fun episode. This was a fun introduction to this final season. And I'm looking forward to seeing where it all goes. But yeah, that is pretty much all I've got. So that was Dexter Season 8, Episode 1, titled A Beautiful Day. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment and read all the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Dexter. The uncut reaction is going to be up on Patreon, so you can go check that out there. And yeah, that's it. So, I will see you guys next time.